Yeah, I am a man, up in the air. And I run around this town and act like I don't care. So when you
We're on the BeatTV rooftop with Christian and Andrew from Grouplove. How are you guys?
We're really good.
We're great.
Now, you've just flown in from a show in Sydney, another sold-out show at the Corner tonight. How are you guys feeling? Because it's your second time back in Australia. You were here for Splendour in July, and you're just going great guns, just continuing to sell out venues.
I'm starting to think it's a Truman Show and it's all going to be a joke, or we're in a giant dome or something right now. Because I can't believe we've been back here twice in 1 year. It's amazing. I guess now it's 2 years, though. It's 2012 now.
That's true. We played our first show yesterday in Sydney. It was really fun.
How was the first show of 2012? Did you feel different?
Yeah, I said for New Year's resolutions, I was thinking more whiling on stage and more talking, so I was doing a little bit of that. But the show is pretty much everything you can imagine from a show when you want to go overseas and play to a packed audience. And the Sydney crowd was mental, so that was awesome. It was a great way to start the year.
Well, you've turned into a bit of a festival band throughout 2011 and 12. You were in Splendour in July, and you've done a plethora of festivals across the globe over the past year. What do you think it's like playing festivals compared to smaller club shows like the ones over the last few days?
They're totally different. They both, have their element to them. But I really enjoy playing both, and getting to play the festivals this year has just been really cool. And it's just a whole different experience. It's outside. Number one, and you just get to see it, like at Falls, a mass of people just going crazy and daylight, and I can see people, which is nice sometimes.
It's nice. Headline shows are amazing. There's such positives to both, because a headline show you get to do the whole spectrum. You can bring it down, and you can do the go all the different angles you want to go. And at festivals, especially if you're not headlining, you tend to just go out there and just do the power set, just lay it all out there real quick.
Well, I think the reason why Never Trust a Happy Song has been doing so well is because it's such a mishmash of tracks, because you each have quite an individual sound, I think, and bringing that from your past experiences. But I guess now going forward, writing together, do you think it's going to create a slightly different sound, something more mature perhaps for the group?
Well, I think maybe next time we won't be afraid to have slower tracks, because a lot of the songs that didn't make the album were songs that we kind of didn't figure how to arrange them in the way of there were a lot of the songs were big on the record, and so many times when we're just sitting around, I'm like, wow, I wish the song was just recorded just like this. It's just us singing, maybe one guitar, two guitars, and we have so many songs that really shine in that way. So maybe in the next album there'll be more of that style, more organic in that way. But we love being in the studio. We love the whole process, recording. It's something we really enjoy.
Yeah, it's fun when the process of writing a song and having it come together and form its identity, kind of when we're all together. Is there's nothing like it. And then you take us on, bring it to Australia, so far away, and get to share it with people who react so well to it. It's the best thing ever.
How do you kind of divide up the singing duties? Because Never Trust a Happy Song, a few of you sung different tracks.
I guess, yeah, it's usually whoever brings in that blueprint, usually they have the melody and the words already down. And we haven't done it really where someone's written a song and someone else is sang someone else's song. Yeah, but we're open to that. I don't know. It's just kind of someone brings in a blueprint, and then we all just do it together, and it takes a whole nother form and goes in completely new directions when everyone's input comes in. That's what makes it, special.
Well, is it hard to kind of keep the relationships going throughout all of the touring? Getting tired. There's a lot of pressure on you guys, performing all the time. Is it, are there any secrets to kind of getting along and keeping the peace in the band?
I think the big secret to touring success is just having a sense of humor, because you're put in the most ridiculous situations day after day, and you're exhausted. And if you're too serious, I think it just becomes a burden. Whereas if you still remember that it's fun, and that 99% of the musicians out there want to be doing what you're doing, and to appreciate that, I think that's something that keeps bands happy and prolongs their career.
And of course I have to ask this because we've just celebrated the new year, but what are your plans for the first half of 2012? I guess on a personal level and for the band?
Well, for the band, we're going to be going to the UK for February, and then we're touring with this band, Young the Giant, who we were here with last time in the States, and that brings us to like the spring. And we'll do our own like headlining tour in the spring, and we'll do all the festivals again.
Hopefully some writing too there. We can't wait to write more, or like to get in the studio.
And lots of partying and relaxing and...
Partying and relaxing is a nice duo to have. Yeah.
I'm gonna give my mom more hugs this year.
I think that's something we can all take on board. You're watching BeatTV, you're here with Grouplove.
Hey, this is Christian,
This is Angela.
and we're from Grouplove, and you're watching BeatTV.